One world, your station.
Wonderful. Ashish Nehra is with me. Ashish bhai, I hope the family and you are safe and healthy and you've got both your vaccines.
Yeah. All good. Thank you. Yeah, it's been long since I've got vaccinated twice.
I want to start actually with your performances against England and then we'll do a quick preview of the fourth test. To me, I mean, that 2003 ICC World Cup in Durban, you cleaned up the entire England middle order. Fantastic batsmen, all of them. I think of Michael Vaughan, Nasir Hussain, Alex Stewart, Paul Collingwood. We won by 82 runs and we qualified for the next round and you were man of the match. Could you talk to me about that fantastic 6-wicket haul?
I mean, that was a long time back. And whenever you talk about, and I always said this before also that in every cricketer's life or every sportsman's life, they are like performances and their moments. So this was one of the moments, which everybody remembers you with. In somebody's career, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. I mean, you play so many games, the people, they remember you particularly for those performances. So it was one of those performances. And it was a crucial game for us, World Cup game on top. So, I mean, it was a great feeling. I was not even sure that I will play that game or not because of injury. But in the end, I did manage to do that and I'm glad.
I'm going to also bring in 2004 versus England at Lord's. It was a 3-match series. Michael Vaughan's England had won the first 2 games. The English team was very solid at that time, Ashish bhai, because they were the guys who went on to win the Ashes after 16 years. We didn't have Tendulkar. We were all out for just 204. You came and took 3 for 26. And if I'm not mistaken, you removed both Solanki and Trescothick, the openers, and we won by 23 runs. Just memories of that game, please.
I mean, that was like you mentioned, we lost that series, first 2 games. But still after that, most important thing was the Champions Trophy was after that. So, even that... you can say it was a dead rubber, but still in England, and when you're playing a big tournament after that, it's never a dead rubber. Like if you do well in that game, so you can gain confidence from that. So in that fashion, definitely it was an important game for us. And after that, I think in 2-3 games we played in different venues in Champions Trophy. And see, whenever you're playing in England, everybody has a different. Thinking, somebody you ask, they'll say they like to play in Australia, South Africa. That there are different places where you enjoy as a cricketer. But if you ask me, I enjoy England the most, either a test cricket or one-day cricket. Especially test cricket, because that is one place. Other places also people, they do come. But even in test matches, even till today, you see every day is full. So that's a great experience. And you don't need to take no flight from one city to another city. So you just go by road. That's more convenient.
Ashish bhai, a recent memory against England. T20 game in Nagpur. You were in your late 30s, Jan of 2017. We won in the last over by 5 runs. Again, I remember your change in pace. Your Yorkers were fabulous. Just recollect that 3-wicket haul. And if I'm not mistaken, you got Ben Stokes LBW when you came back for your second spell. I think Joe Root and Ben Stokes almost took away the game. But you came back and got that crucial one. So talk about that 3-wicket haul, please.
I mean, that was I would say that was an important game for us. I remember because we lost first game in Kanpur and it was a 3-game series. So second game was very important. It was a close game. We won that game and we did manage to win the series in the end. So it was a good experience. And like you said, it was my just before, I think I played before that World Cup and Asia Cup and all that, and then got injured again. So it was like my last few matches, you can say, or last year of my international cricket, all cricket together. So it was a great feeling that you're part of the team, and then I retired. After that, I think maybe 1 or 2 one-day games I played. So it was a good series for us. And in the end, Chahal picked up 6 wickets in Bangalore, if I'm not wrong.
Ashish bhai, let's now preview the fourth test. Now, what we saw in Headingley Leeds, the bowlers, their bowlers are swinging the ball in the air. Our boys seem to be dependent on getting movement from the pitch. And obviously that was non-existent. Does that mean our pacers can't swing the ball in the air or are weak in that department? You see the English fast bowlers and that has been the biggest strength, the movement in the air. I'd like your comment on that, please.
See, I mean, unfortunately, the thing is, if somebody is discussing that our pace bowlers are not good and we are not doing well in pace bowling department, even till today, then it's very difficult for me to answer that question. Then maybe they don't understand the game. You cannot judge everyone on one game. And secondly, India is not going to win every single game which you are going to play. That doesn't work in sports. So you will win some, you will lose some. The day you win, then everything is okay. They were the same bowlers in Lords. And it's very difficult when you bat first, you get all out 78, right? And on top of that, Joe Root, the way he is batting, form of his life, it's not easy. And everyone is different. You cannot compare Jimmy Anderson to Mohammad Shami or a Jasprit Bumrah to Ollie Robinson. Our guys have also been successful. And in second inning, the way we got out, nobody thought, that it's going to be a collapse. But they didn't get out because of swing. They got out because of bounce. And when you are that behind, we did really well to pull the game back. But still, that new ball taken and first half an hour, 1 hour is not easy. Again, all the batters will be gutted that the way they got out, the big collapse, nobody thought that. But still, you have to give credit to English bowlers also. And our bowlers also can swing the ball. We have seen with Jasprit Bumrah. We have seen that when Ishant Sharma was not looking in good rhythm, but when he's in good rhythm, we have seen he has used English conditions very well. Because all the bowlers are different. If our bowlers would have bowled, let's say, England out for 175, then nobody would have asked that question. So you can't judge people on one game performance on every series, because all these guys have done well and they can swing the ball. We have seen that. Either is Siraj, either is Umesh Yadav not even playing, Shardul Thakur not even playing. So right now, the kind of fast bowlers we have, on any wicket we can do well, and we have a variety of fast bowlers. And England is also same. But that day, England bowlers bowled really well. They won the match, like I said, 78 all out. So we were always chasing the game.
That's very well answered. Ishant looks exhausted, didn't have too much of rhythm. Virat was bowling him in 3-3 over spells. I want to ask you from the rotation policy. We've got enough bench strength now, Ashish Bhai. You think, that rotation policy should come into play, maybe get Shardul in with the 3 pacers and, get Ishant to rest and recuperate because of the lack of rhythm?
No, see, Ishant Sharma didn't play first game because he was injured. And Ishant Sharma is known for his fitness. He can bowl long spells. Even second test matches at Lords, it took time. Not easy for any fast bowler. Doesn't matter how many test matches you have played. But if you have experience, you get in rhythm quicker than a young guy. More often than not. Not always the case, but more often than not. So Ishant also in Lords, it took him some time, but by the end of the game, Ishant was one of your good bowlers. Guy played 100 test matches, picked up 6 wickets, and then previous game India lost, and he was not looking in rhythm. Yes, we all know that. He himself knows that. But again, same thing. You can't judge a guy like Ishant Sharma or anyone on one game. Because you are talking about Shardul Thakur. Can you replace Ishant Sharma with Shardul Thakur? I don't think so. Here you're talking about a guy who played 100 test matches and done well in last 2 years in overseas conditions. So he's the main guy. Yes, in place of Ishant Sharma, the way everybody discuss all the time, and we have seen history also, we have seen oval pitch where 4 test matches. If you are going with Ravichandran Ashwin because you need an extra spinner and you drop one fast bowler, either it's Ishant, either it's Siraj, that is different. But I don't see dropping Ishant Sharma and then you're playing Shardul Thakur.
Which actually segues me beautifully into my next question. The calls of bring back Ashwin are getting louder and louder, Ashish Bhai. Do you think he should play at the Oval and Old Trafford? And was it a mistake not to play him at Headingley? So you're looking at a pace attack that might be Bumrah, Shami, Siraj and Ashwin, the spinner. Then you have the option of also playing Shardul because of his batting ability. So just a thought on that bowling composition.
See, Ravichandran Ashwin, when test series started, first test match, yes, I would also saying that I'm surprised I don't see Ravichandran Ashwin. But that's clearly, Virat Kohli said, and he has told even in the press conference, everybody knows this, that Ravindra Jadeja is playing at number 7. Of course, you want a batter who can bowl. And that's where Ravindra Jadeja beats Ravichandran Ashwin. If you want a sole spinner, that my choice, my first choice will always be Ravichandran Ashwin. But here you have Rishabh Pant is batting at 6. So that's why Ashwin didn't play. And last game, I don't think so Ashwin would have played and there would have been any difference. But if Virat Kohli wanted Ravichandran Ashwin or Indian team management wanted Ravichandran Ashwin, it would have been in a place of one seamer because we played with 4 seamers. So right now, Ravindra Jadeja and Ravichandran Ashwin, the competition is not for that spinner spot. The way team is, it's all, sometimes it's not easy for captain also when it comes to combination. We have seen English team also, Moeen Ali came into the squad. He was not even in the team just because of his all-round ability. So Ravindra Jadeja is your fifth bowler. Ravindra Jadeja is not your fifth bowler.
True. What do you think of Ollie Robinson? The England think tank seem to have found another player for the long haul. Do you think Ashish Bhai is showing signs that he might play for a long time like Broad and Anderson, or do you need to see him a little more?
See, I'm no astrologer, that he will play for long or no, because you have seen so many people that first 4, 5, 6 games, they don't do that well. And in the end, they play 70, 80, 100 and 125 test matches. And we have seen vice versa also. But whatever I have seen with Ollie Robinson, of course, he gets extra bounce. He knows how to bowl in English conditions. He's a tall guy. And whatever I have seen in these 3 test matches, and when New Zealand played England in England, he has been really fine for England this summer. Jimmy and Upsy, and with so many injuries, when you have no Ben Stokes, no Archer, no Wood, no Chris Woakes, and no Stuart Broad. So with Jimmy Anderson, who is always last man standing, you needed a guy who can just, really help him. So it was hats off to Ollie Robinson and to England, the way they fought back. With that many injuries, that many problems, the way India won that Lord Test match. So there was lots of pressure on English team. So Ollie Robinson has been in great form, and England will be looking at him again, even on a flat wicket at Oval, because he gets extra bounce.
My last question is something which is inspired by you. At 36, you revived your international career, Ashish Bhai, and you started bowling at 140 kilometers per hour. You became India's most successful bowler in the 2016 World T20. Jimmy Anderson is now bowling so well at 40. What is the secret of a fast bowler's longevity? Ashish Nehra's longevity, Jimmy Anderson's longevity?
See, Jimmy Anderson is in completely different boat, because, here you're talking about, I know, yes, we all know that Duke's ball, helps fast bowlers. English condition help fast bowlers. Jimmy Anderson himself knows. If Jimmy Anderson would have been in India or in Australia or in South Africa at 39, it's very difficult. And he's not your third bowler or fourth bowler. He's your premier fast bowler. And even if you're playing in England, for sure you are always looking at him, even outside England also. We know that earlier when England toured here at India first test match, he bowled really well and got man of the match or something like that, or he did really well even in these conditions. So he is a machine. There's no doubt about it, and you have to really look after your body. The only difference is I was playing more white ball cricket and I was carrying so many injuries. But I always said this thing to whoever discuss fast bowling with me, or young guys, or even discuss sports. If somebody like me can play at the age of 39 with that many injuries, 10, 12 surgeries, then anybody can do that. But what Jimmy Anderson is doing, that's even more great, one more step ahead when you talk about fast bowling. Because the way he's been bowling, he has said himself that I'm looking forward to Ashes. So now if you see 39-year-old Jimmy Anderson, and by the time if he reaches Ashes, he's 39 or 40, whatever, and bowling in those Australian conditions, that will be a sight to see. So now the way sports is going, the way fitness is going, the way science is moving forward, so now things are available, which were not available earlier. What we got 20 years back, the people they played in 1980s, they didn't even have 10% of that. So, we are moving forward in everything, and sports is no different. So we should make the full use of it. If earlier anybody used to think that, oh, I am 34, 35 or 36, I will retire, or I want to retire because my body is giving up. If they push themselves, they can do it. Everybody knows that. It's like, I'm not something I have done which nobody can do.
Watch Ashish Nehra, 4th Test of India Tour of England, live on Extra Innings from 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, Indian Standard Time. Then on commentary, 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Sony 6, Sony 10.3 in Hindi, Sony 10.4 in Tamil and Telugu channels, 2nd to 6th of September 2021. Ashish Bhai, thank you for your time, your patience, and stay safe and healthy. Cheers.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1. One world, your station.